Because of some reasons, I would like to introduce myself at Chioma.
So what is the problem about you? Where do you live?
I stay in Masaka.
So what's the problem?
Actually, I came to fight for my daughter because I don't want my daughter to be an uneducated person when she grows up. Actually, I was dating a girl some years ago, so she got pregnant by me. Then after she gave birth, I took my people, went to see her people. Her uncle, her dad is late, went to see her uncle at Maraba. We took drinks there with my people, they accepted our drinks. And then the uncle gave me lists, 2 types of lists that I should perform. One is for the mother side, and one is for the father side. He lists the items that I'm supposed to buy. I calculated the money of the items and gave it to them. They bought the items right here in Abuja. Me and my wife, and my baby mama, we traveled down to her mother's place in Adoka. So that wasn't my first time of going to her mother's place. I've been there 2 or 3 times before. We presented the items to them. Some of them say that the item we bought was not complete. So we have to make some additional money available for them to go and complete the items. I dropped the items here. So I'm coming back. I was supposed to immediately come back maybe in the next 2 or 3 weeks, go to the father's side and perform another rite. But when we come back, I developed some ailments. They diagnosed me for kidney stone.
Kidney stone?
Kidney stone, yes. I was having the symptom already.
Yeah.
So when the thing became severe, so I started battling with it. I went to Enugu. So while all those things were going on, whenever I come into Abuja, people will tell me, my friends will tell me that they have been seeing my wife living with another boy, another man. At the initial stage, I did not agree with them. I was even defending her, telling them maybe it is her cousin brothers. One of my friends told me no, that he knows the guy very well. It's not from my wife's side, because my wife's my girl, yes. From my daughter. That he knows the boy, that the boy is an Igbo boy, that they are not blood related. So I laid ambush at the area. I slept in that area with some people. Then as early as 4 a.m., they took me there. I knocked at the boy's house. The boy came out. I was asking him that I had my wife herself, my daughter. So as he was trying to deny, my daughter heard my voice inside his room. And my daughter was saying, my daddy, my daddy. So the boy was ashamed. Then my wife now came out from his room. The next thing she could say is that, okay, you have listened to rumor, you don't come catch me, you do your worst now. He was even telling the boy to beat me up for coming to his house.
She said so?
She told the boy that the boy should beat me up. Now the boy called me and said, I don't have issue with you. I have been hearing of this and she has been denying it. I just wanted to prove it. So I went to the father, to the uncle, who is standing as her father. So that the uncle called her and told her the implication of what she is doing. She refused to come back to my house until after 4 months. When the boy must have finished using her and dumping her, she came back to my house. I forgave her. I warned her and I forgave her. So we started again. After some months, she started keeping late nights again. Sometimes she tell me that she slept at her family compound. She's a stylist. She went to do some people's hair. So people started telling me again. You know, I know people around there very well. People started telling me again that they have seen her with a married man. So this time around, the compound, her father's compound, she had a room there. She was using now the room as a chalet.
She became a harlot or something?
That is the room they gave her in her father's compound. That is where men come to visit her.
Not even one man?
Not even one man.
Okay.
Because her sisters have gone there and I saw another person. So along the line, the wife of the man gets to know that her husband is seeing a girl in so place. So the wife of the man started coming there to fight her. So she then now see that she is not secure again. she started to come back to my house.
She started coming back again
Coming
for the
back
second time.
for the second time.
Okay.
But this time around, I didn't know how she did it, but they invited me to their family, to their uncle's place. When I got there, I met all the cousin brothers. I've got the ones in Kaduna, the ones in almost 20 to 30 people. Let me just say 10 to 20 people.
They invited you
They invited me
to their father's
to
house.
their father, to their uncle's house. They asked me my mind. I told them I will forgive her because of my daughter, but this will be the last time. And all this thing that is happening, my people don't even know I have been enjoying this type of thing. And in my place, they forbid this attitude. Once I have taken drink and presented to your people have accepted. I've gone to your mother's side to perform some right. Automatically, you are my wife. Then they gave her the last warning. We started staying together, trying to manage up things. I keep going for my medication. So after some months again, she got work in Kano Federal Housing as a stylist. But she told me that she was working in Wuse too. So every morning, most of the time, I used to escort her to the bus stop. Since I will carry my daughter along, we will go. So I give her transport. So along the line,
were you living in the same house now?
We are living in the same house then.
Okay.
So what happened was that what I discovered the third one was she collected my phone. That her camera phone had problems. She collected my camera phone. Then I gave her the camera phone, but I told her each time I want to check my mails, I'll collect it and check my mails, check my distance. She said, okay, there's no problem. So one night I collected the phone from her. On the process of checking my mail, the particular boy that had been calling her still called. I started to go through some things in the phone. I checked the messages. I see some messages that she sent to the boy. The one the boy sent to her. I didn't say anything. Then I checked the pictures.
Those messages, were they of love?
They are of love. My dear, how are you doing? How have you taken her? Did you eat? All those love text messages.
Oh! Wow.
So I did not tell her. I said I saw some pictures where the boy was lapping her. Then I showed her the picture. I said, who is this? Have you started again? She collected the phone from me and deleted all the pictures. Then in the morning, she flew up, started saying all sorts of things, picked some of her things and left. She didn't come back that day.
Why she started saying all sorts of things? Did you answer her? Did you quarrel with her?
She was trying to pick up fights. I was just lying down, looking at her. She packed so many things that she's going to deal with me. I think I can check her phone without her consent.
Her phone?
Her phone.
The one you gave her?
The one I gave her.
Became her own?
Became her own. Then I asked her, after all, it is my phone. It is my phone that I gave to you. So what really happened that morning, after she finished saying all those things, she went to the kitchen, packed some food stuff, and left. That day, I called her. She did not pick. So in the evening, I have a car that I used to use more transportation in the evening. Because of my state of health, I cannot go out in the daytime. Because I don't like to get dehydrated. This evening, I just do small work. So in the evening, she did not come back. I dropped key with my neighbors and came back that night. I collected the key. So the next day, immediately I left for my evening walk. She came back and picked all her things
and left
again. I went to the woman that got this job for her. I told the woman that she had moved again. But it's her language woman. That she please give me the address where she work in this city. I want to know why she left. Because she left with some money. Some money I kept I had been saving from my daughter's school. This thing happened after fuel subsidy strike. Yeah. So now the woman now told me that she's not working in Wuse too. That she's working in Federal Housing. I said, but she told me that she wasn't working in Wuse too. I said, okay, the woman gave me the address. I traced her, I went there, I saw her. I was trying to ask her what the problem was, why she left. Then I never knew that all the while she was working there, she had been telling her neighbors that the person that got her impregnated drive her away, and she has been suffering, no place to stay. That all what I used to do is to come and start beating her up, that I want to collect my daughter.
But have you been doing that?
I have not done anything like that before. She knew she knew I must trade, I must come for my daughter.
Okay.
Because the money I get for her, about 25,000, she collected it. So when I traced her, I saw her, I was asking her, blessing, what is the problem again? Because my main concern is my daughter's school fees that she collected. And I want to know why. I want to know her main reason of leaving. Is it because of the small issue we have with mutual that I saw? Then people started coming to tell me that I should leave her store. I should leave her store. That I want to come and beat her up again. I'm an irresponsible man. So some people now did not buy the whole idea because when they saw my appearance, so when I saw what was going on, one man come and called me that she entered my car and leave. That she have told them that I impregnated her and abandoned her for years. That, but the way he's seeing me reacting, that it's like what she said. I don't even know anything now about that. Then I asked the man to follow me. The man entered the car. I drove straight to the place I opened shop for her before. I met the other neighbors there. They saw me there. They greeted me. I then asked the man, please, this is my neighbors. This shop you are seeing now. I rented the shop for her. She could not maintain it. Then that was when the man opened up to me and told me that she have been telling me that I impregnated her and abandoned her for years. I don't even care how they eat. It was the neighbors that were staying in the place I rented shop for that started telling the man what actually happened. The man said I should go. Then I went back to their uncle again. I said, this is what the daughter has done again. She had left. The uncle called me, called the both of us. After asking us, she did not, the uncle asked her, what did I do to you? She said, I'm behaving anyhow. The uncle said, did I beat you? She said, no. The group called her, she said, I'm behaving. The uncle said, how do you mean behaving anyhow? Then after some time, some days, weeks, I discovered that she had gone, maybe the uncle knew, she had gone to tell them that the boy comes out from a rich family. So now the uncle did now call me. That they have tried to reconcile us, but she don't want me again. And I should leave her. She's not really a woman. I said, okay, what about my daughter? What about the school fees I get that she collected? Is she going to put my daughter in school with it? Because I don't want my daughter to be missing school. That was 2011. I left her. I went, actually, my daughter, she put my daughter in school. My daughter was schooling. Then after some time, she broke up with the boy. She left Karu and went to Chukwe. Then my daughter stopped school. She didn't tell me.
She broke up with the boy that wanted to marry her.
The boy that she left me for.
They broke up. Because I don't get money.
Yes, and then she packed out from Karu and went to Begginning and Begginning, not Chukwe. So I discovered my daughter was not going to school. I asked her, my daughter has not been going to school. You see, my daughter is going to school. But I called my daughter, I said, Chioma, are you going to school? She do like this. That means no.
Yes.
And yes.
So she
doesn't want to tell me because the mom will beat her.
Yeah.
I said, okay, please go and look for a school. She got to school 2012. My daughter started school again. I paid. Then the guy she was staying with again in Abuja, his name is Ike. I get to know later. Told her that she cannot accommodate her and my daughter in his house.
That the girl should.
And she should restore my daughter to me and she stay in his house with him alone. The guy proposed to marry her again. So before that time, I went to court. 2011. After she left for the third time, then I went to court immediately. Then the court invited them. The uncle came to the court, seeing that I have upper hand. He told the magistrate that I impregnated his daughter and drove her away. Now the child have grown up, and I came back for the child. The magistrate asked me, is it true? I said no. Then the father, being an old man, a retired soldier, told the magistrate that this issue he wants to handle it. Then the magistrate said, okay, me and my family, we should go and resolve things. Since the uncle said that there are some things remaining for me to do, I should go and see so that I can give me my daughter. The uncle just came and scattered the case in the court so that they will not give me a listening ear. 2011, we had 3 meetings, which their people are supposed to come so that I can perform the last rite and collect my daughter. Each of the meeting, they will come up with one excuse. Either one of the uncle did not come, or her senior brother is a policeman, did not release him, or her mother is not feeling fine. 2012, I was not really in town. I was somehow in Enugu and Omaya. I was handling a borehole project from my bros then. My daughter stopped school again. 2012, my daughter did not go to school, but I was paying school fees. And she was living with another boy.
You were paying school fees and your daughter was not going to school?
Was not going to school. I get me. So
2012.
2002. So when I came back, I went to see her. I went 3 times. There is a place she always asked me to meet her, Peggy, under Mango Tree or something like that. The last bus stop. Till my last
under Mango Tree, I love that they do there.
No, she don't want me to know where she's staying.
But under Mango Tree, I love.
So when I
if that's say now under coconut tree now, for talk to say something.
The when I get today, I'll tell her that I'm in position. She will come there. I'll give her whatever I got for her. So on the last meeting, my last going day, the boy she was living with has been trying to know me. So it was like he pretended as if he was sleeping when she was calling me to come. So when she left to meet me, the boy dressed her and appeared where I was with her, gisting. And the boy happens to recognize me because as somebody that is an artist, I know much people in town. So now the boy now, we shook hands together. She flew up that why should the boy trace her to come and know where she was going. And the boy called me aside. He said, please, I want to apologize. I never knew that I'm the father of the girl. And the person he knew was Bob, that other guy in Karo, that she left me for. That was the person he knew. That he had been, that it was him that asked her to send my daughter out of his house. She now took my daughter to give her mother in the village for more than 1 year. And each time I come, I drop money and school fees